Welcome everybody to the next Let's Play on Drak and Shadow, where we're taking on... Alex, you get to say it. You gotta say it now.
A hat in time.
This is something you've been asking for well, pretty much ever since the game came out.
Yeah.
Pretty much. So at that point, let's not waste any more time. Let's dive right in, Alex.
Let's do this.
Yes.
We're gonna create a new file.
In fact, you should. Okay, so this is actually going to be a brand spanking new game. Even though you've beaten it, I've gotten, spoiler alert, roughly about 75% through the game.
Just for breakfast.
To review it.
That's right. And here's our protagonist. Isn't she cute?
And yet she doesn't speak.
She does.
Nintendo syndrome much? Oh, sorry.
Good morning, and welcome to yet another day of space adventure. You are only 5 light years away from your destination, home. The fuel tank is full, and the ship is flying at full speed.
I'm just saying for the record, I would never want to get up like that. That sounds painful.
Reminds me of Wallace and Gromit. The wrong trousers, Gromit.
Wrong trousers, Gromit. So...
A closet. You only really wear one outfit, so there's lots of room for skeletons. I love this game's got a lot of
dark
clever
secrets could Hat Girl hold, and yes, that's in fact her name.
Yep.
Is Hat Girl.
Oh, Hat Kid.
Or Hat Kid, yeah.
Yeah, and you can sit in chairs and just chill and relax. And we got some opening credits. Pascal M. Stephen.
Yes.
Or whatever, I missed it. William T. What should I do today? I really don't know. I'm still 5 light years away from home.
Which isn't necessarily all that much time, considering warp drive. But, you know, that's me.
Or ludicrous speed.
Or ludicrous speed.
Ludicrous speed!
Well, remember, we're supposed to go moderate speed, not ludicrous speed.
Right.
Ludicrous speed is well, ludicrous.
It's gonna just
we'll definitely destroy ourselves.
Can jump on my bed, play in the ball pit. Well, it's more like pillows, but still.
It's like Uncle Scrooge's money bin.
Yeah.
You just want to swim through it.
And that's how we'll switch hats when we get more hats. I guess I'll just start off by saying I'm not gonna go 100% completionist on this, but I'm gonna at least try and get all the hats and all the.
You can finish the game without going all completionist.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, you can.
There isn't like a secret ending or.
I think there is a slightly different ending, but it's a lot of time, and I haven't mastered all the levels yet.
So, unlike Banjo, this will not be a completionist run.
No, I'm just gonna go for all the hats and all the badges, and that's it. Not all the timepieces. Everything's looking good. Oop.
What is that infernal banging? Oh. Well, what the hell, man?
What is this? Flying boat? All boats need to pay toll in Mafia Town, even in space. Mafia come in to collect. Oh, rude.
I'm just saying, when he cracked the door open, she should have died. Oh! Especially since now we have confirmed space is a vacuum.
Oh, we're fine.
Silly people, we don't follow physics because video games.
Especially cartoony video games.
By the way, was I the only one that thought it was a little silly that her ship was running off of hourglasses? Not the sand within the hourglasses, hourglasses.
Hourglasses themselves.
So, basically the equivalent of a gas station to her is antiquing.
Yeah, pretty much. Act 1. Welcome to Mafia Town.
Welcome to Mafia Town, where we act like Russian mafia, but yet we are not. In fact, we are all cloned.
So Hat Kid's actually voiced by Afia Yu. She's actually a regular for Funimation.
And who has she played?
I don't know if you know anything by her, but I just saw her as.
Well, then she's not a regular of Funimation, no, is she?
Okay. So,
No, I'm just being a dork because,
Yeah.
like, a lot of people think the regular cast is like the Dragon Ball cast, and that's not the case.
like times have changed.
Sean doesn't really do much aside from being Goku anymore. So, Chris Sabat, well,
Chris Sabat's still very much around.
I'm pretty sure that he's kind of under the same Shigeru Miyamoto restrictions. Like, security will have to haul him out before he leaves.
Pretty much.
And the other thing I've heard is that John Bergmeyer is of the same kind of deal, even though he doesn't even do voices anymore.
Yeah, he's mostly on the production side of
He's on the
things
production
now.
side, which, by the way, is really depressing considering the news you sent me out on Twitter yesterday,
What?
where they did announce that there was going to be basically 2 Yu Yu Hakusho OVAs. One of which is actually going to go into how Kurama and Hiei met, and Kurama was played by John Bergmeyer.
Oh.
So, yeah, I don't know how they're going to do that.
Unless he decides to reprise his role.
Oh, that'd be so great. I honestly can't picture anybody playing Kurama than John. Like, John, please come out of retirement
It's
for
like,
this.
ouch.
Well, the other one that's also not, well, technically, I
Alright,
think
it's not going to let me
more of
sequence
a-
break.
I think it's more of a production side too, is the guy who plays Hiei. I think he also is in there too, and because I don't think he's done anything aside from, I know he came back, he is coming back for when Dragon Ball Super goes into the Tournament of Power, because they bring back Android 17, and he played 17. So let me double check that.
With how limited dress code is around here, it's not surprising this place is boarded up.
Let's see, not Yu Yu Hakusho. It's not right.
You mean that Yu Yu hockey show?
Yes. And it's a good show, not a hockey show. Awesome show. Amazing. I watch it every year.
Maybe this isn't the right place.
And actually, somebody did ask me a while back, so does that include the Craptastic movie? No, we don't speak of the movie.
We don't talk about the movie.
I watch it for schlock, but, you know, not every year. I watch it every now and then. Just to remind myself that it's as bad as it is. Who played EA? Chuck Huber. So, other things that Chuck Huber has done.
No!
Oh, he must peel off in Resurrection F.
I did it! Oh, wow.
So, okay, maybe he's not entire. Oh, no, he's not done in voiceover, because he's got tons of roles in. He plays Kurogiri in My Hero Academia.
Booignon.
He reprised his role in Dragon Ball FighterZ as Android 17. Star Trek Continues, he played Dr. McCoy. What is Star Trek Continues?
I think it's a fan series, maybe.
It must be.
Because, like, Vic Mignogna's been involved in
Vic
a lot
Mignogna,
of those.
Todd Haberkorn, Christopher Doohan. Wow. I almost want to check this out. Oh my gosh, is Vic Mignogna the captain? Is that him? Can't be him. Yes, he plays the captain! Uh-oh. Now I'm thinking of Vic Mignogna doing a William Shatner. Oh, that's great. No, he's done plenty of stuff, so never mind. Oh, he also plays Kibito in Dragon Ball Super. So there you go. Chuck Huber will definitely come back, but I'm just gonna go ahead and tell you my opinion right here now, Alex. I hope this comes to the States. I hope it gets an English dub. Because anything Yu Yu Hakusho, I've got to get my hands on. Especially considering that, yes, while one OVA is going to go into the past, one might go into the future.
Into the future.
Into, like, after the last episode. Okay. And I would really like for that to happen. Because you didn't see the last episode, but the last episode technically is like a 5 to 10 year jump. No, well, not a 10-year, but it's like a good couple of years.
That over there took my camera. I would have gone and done a belly dive over there. No, but this belly's too precious for sliding on.
So, I mean, at that point, where the series is basically taking place when, like, Yusuke is, like, 14.
Yeah.
This is, like, when they're 17 or 18.
Oh, wow.
And you don't actually see, like, there's, like, a year's worth of difference, I think. And so at that point, Keiko's in high school, and all of them are, except for Hiei, because he don't care about no school.
Because he's EA.
Because he's Hiei, you foolish dreg. But yeah, no, I would love to see an OVA or something go into those days, because at that point, Yusuke and Keiko are officially a couple.
Oh. Yeah.
This is why I told you to watch Yu Yu Hakusho, and I told you there would be a huge payoff at the end. It would be worth it to you at the end, but no, I think you what was it? You dropped off at St. Beasts?
Yeah, somewhere around there, I guess.
So you didn't even get past this, so you were still in the middle of the Spirit Detective arc.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
You have what it takes to be detective of the spirit world. That's a fancy title.
Well, that's a fancy title. And what's funny is, he gets fired.
Of course he does.
Well, when they discover that he's, well, part demon, he has to get fired.
Oh my. Oh, this is where I was supposed to go.
That, and he did technically die on the job. So... Did he?
I tell son, you punch people when big and strong. But Mafia no son never becomes big and strong.
Aww.
Mafia heart is broken.
Oh, poor Mafia. So there you go. Now, the other thing that we should probably point out with this series is that it's time for the anime update to return to its proper place. People might have noticed that during our Pokemon playthroughs,
So I took a really roundabout way to get here
Yes,
because
you really did. I'm not sure why.
I did a sequence break basically, and it gives you a trophy for doing it. Which is. I thought that's where it was.
And now you can smack the ever-loving crap out of all the Mafias. We have basically given this little girl a chance to retaliate against the adults.
Give me back my hourglass, you big meanie!
Alex, what have we done? We have armed the child, and now she's coming for our souls. Well, you're probably of the opinion of like, well, take my soul. You're so cute.
She is.
So
She could have my soul any day.
there you go. Really makes me wish I could kazoo again, because I'd do that. Yeah, I can't hit that high. So yeah, there you go. So back to the anime update. So it's going to be returning to Saturdays now for those who are interested in the Gundam series that I'm watching. I don't have an update this week though, but that's just because there's a podcast coming out very soon covering Gundam 00. And you guys will want to check that out.
Power has been restored to the main hall. This chapter of Mafia Town is available.
Yeah, that's the other interesting part of this, is like you can replay chapters, and so it's not like Banjo where you go through the world and you just collect the things. They're all set up into chapters, and you gotta go into them.
So it's a bit more like Mario in that sense.
Is Mario even a comparison anymore?
I don't, well...
Well, yeah, because Sunshine would have moments where like you'd come in at nighttime and
like,
all that.
Or 64 where it's like an individual star and that.
Yeah, you still have like you still have access to like the open world, but you do have a set objective for it. So yeah, okay, Mario's a good comparison. But I'm just gonna go ahead and prepare people in advance. Yes, the anime update is returning to just me and Alex. We unfortunately were boring the ever-living crap out of Andrea with that.
Blue Vault Code.
It does actually make me wonder what is different between the completionist ending and.
I'm not sure. I think it's just a little bit different. But we'll get to. We'll just get to it.
Because if it's to collect all the timepieces, it almost sounds like it might be worth it.
Yeah, but the problem is I haven't really mastered this game, and there were some timepieces I was really never able to figure out how to achieve.
Well, that's when we work together, and then we do it.
Sprintion.
Because remember, Alex, when we work together, we can play video games!
That's true. When we work together, we can do anything that we want to do.
Including play video games!
Yes.
I will put up our usual image of that. I just randomly one day was looking around and I found like a Team Fortress 2 thing, and I just put I can play video games right next to it. It's appropriate. You guys will see it soon.
Take down the mafia. We'll go ahead. Ow.
But as we're kind of enjoying all this, I'm running out of stuff to talk about. So how you doing, Alex?
I'm doing okay.
Now that now we finally have a game for you to play.
Yeah.
How long has it been?
Besides Pokemon, it's been a while.
It actually yeah, because besides Pokemon you're tackling one half, but I'm trying to think because it had to have been Mario, like earlier this year.
Yeah.
Mario World.
Super Mario World.
Super Mario World.
Yes. So thankfully, like, this was actually one of those times where I feel bad. It's like I'm holding the controller. I'm that kid.
Yeah.
I wasn't trying to be. That's the way things worked out. Thankfully, we fixed that. So now we can actually get in here, and I wish I could say like that life is different or anything like that, but really we're just busy as hell.
Yeah, it's just the usual.
Trying to get ready for the next baby.
You got the baby coming.
We got the baby. Lively.
You gotta see the baby.
Lively. And
Cherry, you gotta see
I think at this point, like, me and
baby.
Andrea are kind of tired of talking about the baby. But she's more along the lines of, get this baby out of me.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, we can't talk about the baby. It stresses me out too much. So in the meantime, I'll talk about WoW. No, I'm kidding. That's actually the biggest thing that me and Andrea have kind of regretted now that the baby's coming, is that a week before the baby's due date is when the next WoW expansion's dropping. So it's like, oh, well, I guess we're not playing this year or this expansion. We're gonna be too busy changing diapers. And I'm almost tempted to put something up on my guild's website, just like, yeah, I'm not gonna be able to make raids, and here's why, and put a picture of the baby.
Right.
Hope you guys understand.
I'm trying to find the last Blue Vault code.
What did I was curious, what did the Blue Vault codes eventually do?
I can't, depends on the vault, because there's a few vaults. Some will like give you yarn for new hats, others will just give you like more of these little like green things that I'm collecting. These little Xbox icons. That's what they look like.
And yet we're playing this on PlayStation.
Yep, we're playing
We have betrayed, well, because we're both Sony fans, we both have betrayed our ilk. For we are looking for the Xbox logos. Actually, what was really funny is there was a consideration that was going on. It was either we were going to play Hat in Time, or I was really pushing that we play, and we still will.
Yeah.
Alex will play Super Lucky's Tale.
Yeah, because that is a really good game, and it was hard for me to pick, believe me.
Yeah, well, you actually tried to play it in your spare time, and it kept crashing.
It didn't, like, it wouldn't crash, but like, it would run fine, but I'd like play it for a while, like a few hours, and you know, and then I'd turn the game off to go do something else, and then I would try to launch the game again. It would just never launch.
It would never launch again.
Yeah, and I'd have to like reinstall it, and I'd have to uninstall it and reinstall it every time, and it got super frustrating. So I'm just like, screw this, and I tried to finding like help solutions.
Which of course I never had this problem because I played on Xbox.
Yeah.
So it installs on there,
and we got more yarn.
Yay! More sprint yarn specifically.
Yeah. Well, the good thing is every yarn kind of can go towards like your yarn total to make new hats, so it's not like you have to find specific yarns.
No, I just like the fact that occasionally you'll find like icy yarn and fire yarn. And
it's
like, oh, okay. But yet it's yarn.
It's all yarn to you.
And I almost feel like we're betraying Sony because yarn would be associated with Sackboy. And we're not playing Little Big Planet.
Little Big Planet.
But are we betraying? Because like the last one that came out was 3.
Yeah, it's been a while.
That came out for PS3, I think.
It's been quite some time since we've had a Little Big Planet.
Well, we know that Media Molecule's working on a new game. I actually wonder if that means they're done. They're not going to do any more Little Big Planets.
Possibly. They're just taking a break from it for a while. We'll have to wait and see.
Well, they're not taking a break. I'll tell you that much. I know they got a big project in mind because they want to go into the very essence of imagination, into our dreams.
To a world of pure imagination.
Not quite like that.
Okay.
Not quite like that because then they'd have to pay the Wonka estate or whatever, whoever owns that movie.
Warner Brothers.
Warner Brothers, yes. They'd have to pay, and then eventually we'd have to get some kind of a failed DC
Relic.
movie on going into people's dreams. Because believe it or not, there is a supervillain that does that.